What and welcome back to Logic's Lens. Today, we're going to look through the lens of Star Wars Jedi Survivor and this terrible PC port that has been released. As some of you may or may not know, Star Wars Jedi Survivor just dropped this past Friday on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Highly acclaimed game, critically appraised, fans love it. I personally and myself am not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I love a good cinematic single player linear game. That's my thing. Crucify me if you want to. But that is my style of game, so I definitely gave it a try. I fell in love with it. Not so much the lore and stuff, because I'm not really heavy into Star Wars. I really don't know anything about Star Wars, but I love a good game, which I did find in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So when I heard about Star Wars Jedi Survivor, I was really excited. I was ready for it. I was all in because the first product was good, so I could only assume that the second would be even better on a bigger scale, which I do think they still did that thing. They still accomplished that. But if we're going to be honest and objective, it is 1000% unacceptable that this PC port is broken at its core. It's unplayable, it's disrespectful, and it's absurd that after all these years and all this technology and all this upgrade and all these possibilities, that we still get multi-billion-dollar businesses releasing broken, unfinished, unpolished products. Even for EA, Star Wars, this is Respawn. I love Respawn so much. I love them so much, and you guys all know why. But this is unacceptable. There's absolutely no reason the PC port should be the worst playing version of this game. Not only that, how big it is. Okay, I'm not going to go off on a tangent on that. That's not why we're here. So if you look on YouTube, you got a lot of reviews up on this game currently for all versions. You got PC reviews, you got Xbox reviews, you got PlayStation reviews, and on console, the game seems to work pretty much fine. You might get some frame rate dips here and there, but other than that, the game works perfectly fine. I bought it myself, haven't played it yet. Seeing reviews though on the PS5, and it seems to be fine overall, and I'm happy with that. But I'm going to make this for everybody that wants to play on PC and is getting robbed of that right now, especially the ones that already have spent their hard-earned $70 plus tax. That varies from where you may reside. But I just can't imagine. I said this in my Redfall video, y'all. If you haven't seen it, please go watch that, because this falls under the same category. How you can pay full price for a product and there's no way to return it, and you have to hope that it gets fixed in a reasonable amount of time. Please explain to me how you guys have a day one patch, and included in this PC day one patch, you have a menu that gives you the option to where you can decide if you want to continue playing the game broken, or you have a better, safer way of continuing to play in the game until the patch comes to where you can't skip cutscenes or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You're telling me I can either continue to play the game and it's going to be a broke piece of shit for the rest of my playthrough and may not save and I won't be able to continue playing it, or I can play it and I can't skip cutscenes even though I maybe want to do a speed run or some sort, or I don't give a shit. Like me personally, I don't need to see every cutscene in Star Wars. I don't care about the story, to be completely honest with you. Maybe I'm robbing myself, maybe I'm not, but I don't care that much. I love the gameplay. I love the mechanics of the game. That's all I really want to get through. But for you to tell me that, you know, watch all the cutscenes or play the game and hopefully there's a good chance it'll break on me if I continue anyway. It just doesn't make any sense. You have the time to do that, but you couldn't take the time to actually finish the game to make sure that it works. I want to go on record and say that I am not a big tech person. Like I know the basics. I know maybe a little bit more than the average person about tech and specs and all that stuff with PC, but I'm not the guy to go to for this information. But I think that if we're gonna speak logically, I'm wondering if there's something going on to where we're hitting a ceiling as far as what it takes to develop these super intricate games and what the computer is capable of, especially when you have so many varying different options with GPUs and CPUs and all that type of stuff when it comes to PC gaming. In my brain, these people are adept enough to consider all that when they're making these games. I would think that when they're making this, they're testing it on all different GPUs and, you know what I'm saying, and how much RAM you need and the CPU and all that stuff. I would be under the assumption that they are doing all of that simultaneously while they're developing this game to see what ceilings they can and can't reach and optimizing it to the best of their abilities. So this can go one or two ways. If they are doing that, that means they're saying we really don't care because y'all are gonna buy this game and we'll deal with all the other stuff later, but our investors are telling us the game has to release. Or B, you're not doing your due diligence whatsoever and you don't care about what you're doing or quality control and you need to be sued. Either one is shitty. Both options are shitty. And I just think that it's so insulting to Star Wars fans, to Respawn fans, to single player game fans, to PC fans, which is probably the biggest demographic, whether they take the option to play this game or not, that is there. You're taking it away from them if they are doing their due diligence, which clearly you guys aren't, to see if this game works and is worth them spending their hard-earned money on. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about tech and what it takes to develop a game, and I'm not trying to act like it's something simple. But what I am gonna act like is you guys make far too much money and expect far too much from us to spend our money on it, to not take your time to make a product worth buying. Because at the end of the day, all you're doing is hurting yourselves. Yes, you're gonna make money because a lot of people, casuals, don't care. They're just gonna buy whatever they want no matter what's happening. They're not keeping up. They're not watching Logic's Lens. They're not watching Skill Up. They're not watching Yongye. They're not watching any of these people. So they're gonna buy the game and they're just gonna have to figure it out on their own. But for the ones that's on this channel right now that have hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and shared their opinion in the comments, we're not gonna stand for this. I know personally, I've come to the point where if something's broken, I'm not spending my money on it. There's a case you can argue with me maybe that if I'm buying the PS5 version that I'm still at fault. We can have that conversation. I'm not against it because I can understand that perspective. But I'm going to support where it works, and where it doesn't, I'm still going to let it be vocal. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's okay because the PS5 version of this game works, that I'm just going to let it slide that the PC version is freaking unplayable. There's no excuse for that, and it's unacceptable. And you guys, I appreciate everybody that's here. I just hit 100 subscribers, and I can't tell you how much that means to me. So I appreciate everyone, especially those that hit the subscribe button, getting me to those 100 subs. And we still working hard. We still climbing. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much, and I appreciate you for enjoying and consuming my content. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you want to discuss anything. You know, like I said, I'm open to all conversations and critiques of this channel and this video. Leave a